With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him.
And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Here we go.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Bridgewater now from the 50. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. So left side, it's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Here we go. Check 55, Mike. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
They'll let the fullback try and pick it up. This is Anthony Sherman. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Set, cut. 18 gator, 18 gator. We got it.
On first down, Ingram. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
On 2nd down and 4, Bridgewater. He gets this one to Garcon. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
It was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Here's Bridgewater. Steps away to his left, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Teddy Bridgewater. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Down. 10 Lobo. 10 West.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Past the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
From the 29, Bridgewater. And this one's incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ingram. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Ingram. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Ingram. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go,
at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he goes down. The Ravens was able to get to him. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Ready. 6. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. And now he'll tuck it and run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Target.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And they've got the hookup. This is Olsen. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Strip that ball.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. And an alley to run. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. To throw is Bridgewater. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for with a fullback Sherman. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Wide, get wide.
To throw, Bridgewater. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ricky.
This is Ingram. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Oh, you got deep? Strong right. 3 down.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On second down, Ingram. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
Check 55 to Mike. Hey, let's get this, get this. Mike, 55. Right there.
Here's Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive in the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a two-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Damn. I got blocked by Rico Reckless just now.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Time for the Raiders.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley picks up his second sack in the afternoon.
And what happened to them?
Like that really hurt play
He
calling.
blocked me.
They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
LOL.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
On second and 9, Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the
That's
third
fucked
one, he
up.
decided
He's
better
like
pull it down and
iPhones
run
with
for
Vargas
it. And he
then blocks
slides
me.
down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Ingram, He's been busy today. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
You ain't going nowhere.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
By the way, the other day I asked about your bro but didn't get a response. How's it going with that?
Ingram complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Bridgewater on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Bridgewater. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Ravens on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Shit. I'm Canadian, I don't know shit about football.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
LOL. Yay in the show.
Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Bridgewater now. Being chased out left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy. And can he step into a throw?
That's
It's caught. inside
I
the
think
25.
this one I have is about to harvest. It's showing good fine season. I've bet it, but on week 6 I think it's trying to die.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's second down. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second and 9 now. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a
My
second
little
there, I thought
window
that might
grow
break
is bigger
big.
than any
Screen
grow though.
pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Raiders.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
I was checking from outside earlier when I got home from work. When it's dark outside, my window is just covered in leaf leaves.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He's back to throw, and that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Marquise Lee, his first touchdown on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point now coming from Myers. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Yay, I got a transplant mine.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
I did with mine, a little far into flour. I transplanted all of them, but the ones in flour didn't like the cheap soil I bought.
Now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense takes over
the
in
ones
great
in
shape
veg are
right
doing
at the
fine,
50.
but the flower
First and
plants
10.
are hating my cheap-ass
They've
pink
gone
moss
final
soil.
now out in Kansas City. And that one belonging to the Buccaneers. A win would be their second on the young season. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in.
If you're transplanting into flower, go with something with good drainage, like Coaco or something. Pink moss is shit for
He's got the
flower.
hook up to Lee. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Gurley. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers.
I'll send you a quick
They'll spot
update
it
on
at
my
the
shit.
40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. We know there's already a spotlight on this rookie quarterback, an even bigger spotlight here in overtime of this game. A costly pick.
No doubt about that, but here's the key. Game's not over. He may very well get another shot at this thing, so now he's got to go to the sideline, hope his defense picks him up, and be ready to go back out there and maybe make a similar throw, hopefully successfully the next time.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you
kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say: get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Again, they'll run with Ingram, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down.
Damn, I might have to send you a clip on Facebook or some
every
shit.
carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're
me.
that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded
Keep
to, especially
saying
this part of
something
the
went
field.
wrong.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Baltimore, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
LOL, and it worked. So I guess leaving shit posts on Instagram will fuck up your messages. In Buddha, show you mine. No homo, LOL. But your Facebook doesn't accept messages? I dunno. I sent you a clip just quick to see if it worked.